Far Cry, as a game when it was first released, was quite a lot of fun. It was something new. You played as Jack Carver, a ex-US Special Forces who was basically had a charter boat business and was, taking fares and doing stuff. And then some reporter wanted him to take him to an island, and I think it was like some Micronesian archipelago or some shit like that it's supposed to be, and found some sort of weird, bizarre bioterrorism lab, and it was completely coated with mercenaries there to protect it. Now, sounds like a good premise for a movie, so how is it they managed to cock it up so fucking horribly? Now, the only way you know that you're actually watching a Far Cry movie is the title sequence says Far Cry. After that, you're left scratching your balls in your head, or both at the same time, depending on how fucking multitask orientated you are, wondering what the fuck this is you're watching. Now, I watched the Far Cry movie. I was willing to, give it a try and hope that they had, somehow broken the trend of video game movies that suck ass. But of course, I was disappointed, yet again, with another movie that was the visual equivalent of trying to suck spit out of a llama's mouth. It was the visual equivalent of a massive loogie. It was some pretty nasty sputum right there. It was pretty much the equivalent of having to try and fish something out of the toilet that won't flush and it's full of shit. You know what I'm getting at here. It was crap. Really. It was nasty. Right? First off, there's severe problems with the movie. I mean, it starts off with Far Cry, and it starts off with a, like the title sequence. It's like, Far Cry. You're like, oh, yes, Far Cry. I remember playing that game. It was fun. And then you're treated to a bunch of Marines being killed by what looks like the cameraman. Because you're supposed to be seeing what the mutant or the predator is seeing. However, it looks like someone was running about with a handheld camera going, ha ha ha, tag, you're it. That's what it fucking felt like. It was retarded. I hated it. And, right. The only interesting part in that whole first sequence was some guy who got his head slammed through a fence. That was quite interesting. I thought that was rather nifty. But only because it satisfied me to see him die. After that, you're introduced to Jack, who, surprisingly, isn't American anymore. For some fucking bizarre reason, he's German. Ask me why, I don't fucking know. Because I was pretty sure in the game he was American, because he was ex-US Special Forces, which would, kind of put him as the US. Also, the game character was American. So how the fuck did they manage to make this radical transference from American into wannabe German? It wasn't even a good German accent. It was crap. It was like someone attempting to put on a German accent and failing miserably. Now, the only reason you realise that this is Jack Carver is the fact that he's wearing the signature shirt. Which everybody who's ever played Far Cry knows that for some bizarre reason, when you went to this island, you were wearing a Hawaiian shirt. It was a ghastly garment, but it was part of the series signature. It was something the main character wore, and you could identify the character by it. Now, the Jack Carver in this movie wears that shirt for the first 10 minutes. After that, he turns into another card-carrying grunt from hell. He starts wearing military gear and all the rest of it, and looks like every other card-carrying fuckhead on that island. And also, the island, where in the game is a Micronesian archipelago, a tropical paradise, this time it's some fucking lumber mill in Alaska. I'm sorry, did I just get turned round and have someone anally rape me without me knowing? Was a midget just fucking my ankles? Because what the hell? At what point does tropical paradise equal lumber mill in Alaska? I'm sorry, I don't seem to put those two and two together. Because when I put those two and two together, I get bullfuck in a cup. I don't get it. Now, the premise of the movie is all about bioterrorism, same as the premise of the game, but they seem to take it in some random direction. I mean, they keep some of the main characters, and then they add a whole bunch of others. I mean, the mercenaries don't even look like the mercenaries in the game, because the mercenaries in the game were all sort of ragtags. They were all, They all looked different. They all had different guns. They were all just there for the money. They were guns for hire. In the movie, they all seemed like a military unit. Oh, we're a rogue military unit, but we all wear the same gear. We all carry the same guns, and aren't we all uniformed? Blah. It was like an army of fucking clones. It didn't seem like mercenaries. You know? I don't know if that's just me. But halfway through the movie, you're watching this crap, you're realizing that your eyeballs are starting to leak blood. That may just be me. I don't know. Because you've played the game, you like the game, you're watching this, it's crap. It makes my balls seethe with rage. I actually felt one of them try and escape my nutsack for fear of continuing to view this crap. But of course I had to cross my legs and just keep them there. But then they introduce, not only does the movie suck, and the mutants, or predators, I'm doing quote marks, can't see it, they're supposed to be like feral beasts. In the game they were feral beasts, they were like sort of my tongue is angry at me because it's angry at what I'm saying, but fuck it. They were sort of like feral beasts, they were like mutants really. And they ran about the forest murdering people. Which, you know, would stick, it would be good. But no, in this, the mutants, or genetic soldiers, look like a bunch of bald freaking albinos. They all look like they've never seen the sun, ever. They are white. Quite literally, white. Not pink, not black, not any other color. They're all bald. They all look like cue balls. If they weren't wearing their military armor, they'd look like cue balls. I swear. I don't understand what was behind that. It's like the only way to kill them is to shoot them in the eyes or the mouth. Yeah! Like, you really have time to do that. I mean, if these guys are running at you, who really is going to stop? Go, wait, look, he's blinking. Shoot him when his eyes are open. Ah! No, it's fucking retarded. But after you're introduced to the mutants and all the rest of it, how could it get any worse? They introduce some sort of fat, freaking retarded sidekick. I can't even remember what his name was. All I know is he was some roly-poly son of a bitch who really shouldn't have been in the movie. Now, I've got no problem against fat people, being one myself, but fuck it, this was stupid. This is supposed to be an action movie, and they've got some fat guy choking on a fucking meatball sub. How does that come into Far Cry? I don't remember that part in the game. I don't remember any fat dude choking on a sandwich and having to be Heimlicked by Jack Carver. Look, no, this is crap. Now, even at the end of this movie, it's somewhat bullshit, because that fucker doesn't leave. It's like, it tries to add a comedy element to it, and it just buggers it up. It was bad enough to begin with, and now they're making it worse. I mean, when I was watching this movie, halfway through it, I started thinking of interesting ways to harm myself to make this movie seem more interesting. I'm like, I wonder if I could put my balls on a mousetrap. Or, I don't know, maybe I could tie my fucking face to a computer monitor and hurl it out of a window. Maybe I could, take a jaunt into the sea and go pimp slap a fucking shark. I don't know. It seemed freaking retarded that I was that bored I was considering ways of killing myself. Now, I'm sorry. Some people may have actually found that movie watchable, and it's not as bad as some of the other movies I've seen, I will grant you. Some of the action sequences were okay, but the acting was ham-handed, the characters were retarded, they didn't even stick to this fucking game. I mean, seriously, you've got a successful game, it has its own script, how can you cunt it up so badly? Oh, well, it's creative license for the director. Fuck the director. He should be taken outside, tied to a post, and whipped repeatedly. That's it. I've had enough. I can't consider anything else right now. My brain is wanting to explode with rage. I'm seeing a red mist. It's not good. So, yes. I'll be releasing another video teardown at the end of this week. It will be Dragon Ball Evolution, so keep your eyes out for that. And I do warn you, it does contain spoilers. But then again, you'll fucking thank me when you don't have to waste money going to the cinema to see that pile of crap. Peace out. Yeah.